What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandoms Anonymous. I know we got a different angle in the studio than we're normally used to, but I'm here today to talk about something that I just read, and I confirmed it from a lot of different sources online, that apparently the deal between Sony and Marvel has ended. Now, I'm going to come at this from a lot of different angles, because on one side I feel one way, on the other side I feel another way. All right, so let's get started. Now, for those of you who don't know, who just watch these movies and believe everything just is all one big thing, is not. For example, you have Fox, who now is owned by Disney, and Fox used to own all of the Fantastic Four and X-Men movies. That's why you saw Fantastic Four and X-Men still going on, but you never saw Iron Man or Captain America combining with them because they were owned by a different company. For Spider-Man has always been owned by Sony ever since, Marvel sold off a lot of rights back in the day. So the Spider-Man you got back in the early 2000s and the 2010s Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man, that was always done by Sony. Just another one to add, the Incredible Hulk, even though the character had still been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Disney/Marvel, his movie rights are owned by Universal. That would be the Incredible Hulk movie that we got way back in 2003. So, yeah, that's how that has always been. And, recently, of course, Fox sold to Disney. So now Disney has control of the X-Men Fantastic Four characters, all of that stuff. But when it comes to Spider-Man, Disney and Sony made a partnership where basically they said, hey, we'll let you use Spider-Man for these movies and let him be in your universe, but he still is owned by us. And that was a deal that was going on for a couple of movies and appearances, with Tom Holland being the character of Spider-Man, which we got his first appearance in Captain America Civil War. And we saw him again in his Spider-Man Homecoming. And we got him again in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and just most recently Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, there was a new deal that needed to be redrawn between both sides to figure out what they were going to do next or moving forward into the future. And as of right now, that deal is no longer in existence. Apparently, Disney wanted a 50-50 split of profit for the movies. Now, here we go into where I differ on both sides. On one side of the fence, I'm like, Disney, you really didn't have to ask for that much. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are appeasing the fans and also creating a relationship while we have this character that really doesn't belong to us. On the other side of the fence, if I'm Disney, I'm like, hey, if he was not combined with Iron Man and the Avengers and those movies that he was a part of, you guys would not have made this much money in the first place. Let's just be real. Let's be real about that. That's true. Yes, I know a lot of people always tell me that the Amazing Spider-Man movies did good. They made this much money, and that the what's the boy's name back in the 2000 Spider-Man. You guys know who I'm talking about. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We know, he made X amount of dollars back then. Okay, we get that, but there has not been a blockbuster appearance of Spider-Man like there has been since the induction of Tom Holland as Spider-Man into the MCU and this whole Sony thing. There just has not been. Those first two iterations of Spider-Man, they never combined with any other Marvel characters or Marvel superheroes, other than the ones that were a part of that universe, like your Green Goblin and Sandman, the people right there in that mix. So that's where I am with that. It's two sides to the story. You really didn't have the need to ask for 50-50. On the other hand, is you kind of earn 50-50 about how you have done Spider-Man and how much money he has made with being included in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now onto Sony's side. On Sony's side, Sony is, of course, the rule all, the end all. This is still our character. It's still our character at the end of the day. But on the opposite side, it's like, you should have just went ahead and did the deal, because this is making you money at the end of the day. But it's not like if you take him out of the MCU and make a Spider-Man 3, it's not going to pan out too well for you. Now, of course, you will have people who still go see it because they like Homecoming and they like Far From Home, and they of course want to see whatever third installment is going to come out about it. But you're going to get a lot of disgruntled fans who are not going to be happy about the fact that we're no longer going to be able to hear him mention around the Avengers. Those characters are no longer going to be able to be mentioned. You're going to have to retcon or get rid of a lot of stuff to appease your new storyline that you have. So you're going to have to do a lot of extra work just to do so. Now, do I personally believe that this is the rule all to end all? There are going to be no more negotiations. There's going to be nothing else that they're going to go over. No. Do I believe that they're going to go back to the drawing board somewhere within the next couple of weeks or even months or so? I truly believe that they probably will go back to the drawing board. But that's up to them. They're adults. It's their companies. It's their money. It's their characters. Whatever it is that they're going to do. I hope they make the best decision, because at the end of the day, all that matters is how much money we're going to make and are the fans going to see it. And I truly believe that the things that I've mentioned today are a definite highlight of what is the good and bad about this situation, or what should and what should not have happened. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, we got more videos coming up. We got a lot of things going on here at the Fandoms Anonymous HQ. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in another video.